The second to last Monday night show ever, we are gonna go out with a bang. ANTOP, the #1 manufacturer of digital antennas around the country today, agreed to give the Monday night show the world launch exclusive. With only a couple thousand available, this is the answer to what so many people want: free TV. This past holiday, maybe it was over Thanksgiving, and neighbors or friends or family members were kind of whispering about, yeah, I cut down on my TV bill. I got rid of one of the DVRs. And we're thinking, well, I don't want to do that. I don't want to pay $200 a month anymore or $100 a month anymore. I want free TV. Give me ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox, PBS, the CW, and on and on and on. Give me it free. We're going to show you in the next 15 minutes or sellout how to get free television. What really is exciting about this is that ANTOP are world launching their most powerful, most effective antenna yet. What does that mean? It means that with an 85-mile range, it's gonna give you more channels than any other you've ever seen. I know you've got questions. We're gonna attempt to answer them all tonight. What I would urge you to do, though, is to really think about giving this a go. This isn't a gimmick or, you know, is it gonna work for me? It really is going to save you a fortune every month, and with very little to no sacrifice. Oh, by the way, one antenna will give you free TV on 2 TVs. So for the living room and the bedroom, you got it. I want to thank the team from ANTOP who are watching right now. Thank you, gents. Thank you, ladies. We appreciate you doing this. Mr. Aaron Berger, our free TV expert, is here. Aaron, they are the magic words that we have waited for a long time.
Here's the thing. It's a very, very simple question to ask yourself. Are you paying to watch television? Because you don't have to. Every single day, television waves come into your house for free. And you're thinking, what channels? I know you are. I'm talking about high definition, up to 4K. This will receive up to 4K. High definition ABC, high definition NBC, high definition CBS, high definition Fox and the CW and ION, et cetera, et cetera. This gives you access to free live TV shows, local news and sports. In fact, 94 of the top 100 shows, we'll talk about that in a minute, you can watch for free in your house. Up to 4K ultra high definition TV capability. This is the single best. This is the longest range, 85-mile range. If you've wondered which antenna should I buy for my house, it's this one. It's indoor and outdoor use, which you almost never see. We'll talk more about that. Whole house solution. You can have several televisions watching different channels at the same time, even an integrated FM antenna. So if you want to hook this up to an FM antenna, you can. And the easiest, the setup on this is redunculous. It is so, so easy to do. And ANTOP has a great support system that never runs out, and they never charge you. If you have any question, you dial 1-800-1844-FREE-TV0, which, and you'll see that right there. It'll also be in your packet, so it couldn't be easier. Let me show you what kind of shows you can watch, okay? And then we'll show you how easy it is to set up. I have gone to free TV this year. TV waves are coming into my house anyway. Why in the world was I paying $200 a month to get them in different ways, you know?
Katisa paying $285 a month.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. My mother was paying, I think, $189 a month. I sent one to my mother. She's in her 70s. I sent one to, and hi, Mom. Mom's watching because it's Adam. I'll text my mom. I'll say, Mom, I'm on in 20 minutes. She'll be like, great, I'm gardening. And they'll be like, no, Mom, I'm on with Adam. The house can burn down, and she'll watch the show with, I know, so had it, Trudy. I sent one to Mom. I sent one to my nephew, who's in his late 20s. I've done this across the generations. People love it, and this is why. Because you can watch free shows. Like, for instance, right now we have an antenna hooked up to this television, and we are watching. You see, on many of the new TVs, you'll actually even get a guide like this. If you don't worry. You type in what free TVs are in my area on Google. It'll tell you all channels, so easy. So like right now, Adam, we could watch Inside Edition for free. So that one's free. We could watch, let's see here. Let's go back to Inside Edition. We could watch the 70s show right now.
That. How much do I have to pay for that one?
Now the 70s show is free to watch.
You say?
Yeah, or The Marauders or Big Bang Theory.
No, that's popular. That's gonna be a couple $, right?
That one is really popular, but that one's free too because all of the channels are free, right? Okay, so we could watch Sweet Lies. We could watch La Mama del 10. We could watch HSN 2. Not only are QVC and HSN 1 received on free broadcast channels, even HSN 2. We could watch watch Family Feud is fun.
I'd happily spend $1 on that.
You don't have to because it's free. Every single channel you see, whether you're watching Frasier, whether you're watching ABC News, whether you're watching Home Shopping Network, whether you're watching Friends, The Closer, Highway to Heaven, you get the idea, right? All in the Family, Without a Trace, and on and on. Wait, which one was that, Allie? Oh, you could have watched the Grammys last night for free because it's on in high definition. It's on major broadcast TV. Here's what you have to understand.
Tell me.
94 out of the top 100 television shows in America are free to watch. You simply need the antenna to receive the signals that are already coming into your house. You can live 85 miles away from the nearest TV antenna and still receive channels. Most of us will receive most of the major channels, 94 of the top 100 channels, and you're paying for these things right now. You're paying for these to come into your house, and you're thinking, well, what kind of quality? I don't know, what kind of quality are we talking about here? Here's what you have to understand. The channels are actually broadcast in a higher quality and an uncompressed signal than the signal that you often get through your cable line or through your dish. Those have to be compressed in order to be sent to you. These are uncompressed. We also have something I'll talk about in a minute and we'll show you called Smart Boost technology. It controls the gain of where you live, and with the gain of where you live, whether you live close to an antenna or 85 miles away, what I mean is the broadcasting tower, sorry, when I say antenna, you're gonna have the greatest reception. If you've ever thought, which antenna should I buy? I just want you to understand, the number one manufacturer of antennas in the entire country is ANTOP. This is the single best, this is the single most powerful antenna they make. So this is the best you can do. Can you buy a less expensive antenna? Absolutely. Can you buy an antenna that gets you a better signal, more channels, more shows for a better value? Absolutely not.
We have, okay, Aaron, there are questions coming through all over the place.
Let's hear them.
Curtisa just asked, do you have to have one for each TV? No, not at all. One will cater to 2 televisions and they'll both work independently. We are slicing our time on this presentation because we are now getting close to a sellout. If you are wanting to order, we are predicting sellout perhaps within the next 8 or 9 minutes. It's a world launch exclusive for the Monday night show. Free television with all the channels that, you know, we're only naming but a few: ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox, PBS, the CW, and on and on and on and on and on. The guide looks amazing. It looks on your TV just like your regular guide would kind of look right now. One of the things that I appreciate is that the company behind it, ANTOP, they know that it's mums and dads and grandmas and grandpas and people of all ages doing this. What they didn't want to do is make this complicated because all of us would leave it in the box. It's easy. The revolution has happened and people are talking about it. But you know what the problem is that somebody might say to you, you know, I've cut down on my TV costs, my TV bill, and you might be thinking, well, I'd like to do that. Would you know to go to a store and ask for ANTOP? I wouldn't have known that. That's why I love that Aaron is here. ANTOP is the #1 brand in America. They are pioneers, they're innovators, they're making free TV easy for everybody. Aaron said something right at the end of his first part of presentation. He said there's a lot of TV antennas at different prices. We're not kidding around. For me and my money, if I'm gonna get one, you might as well give me the best one so I can get the most channels. This is the best one with the most channels. Let's just quickly go to Ruby, because Ruby asked a great question just now. Ruby wants to know, will it work in a rural area?
It will work in the most rural areas that any antenna we've ever sold will work in. So about 85 miles away. In fact, take a look at this video. You know, many of us live right in the middle of the city. Many of us live in a suburban area. Many of us live out in the country. With this antenna, and especially with these VHS arms, which I'm gonna show you in a minute, you can be anywhere from 0 to 85 miles away from the nearest broadcast. It is multi-directional with the longest signal range we've ever had. And the truth is, you have nothing to lose. Right. If you get this home and it doesn't work, you just send it back.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not even paying for shipping, for goodness sakes. There's the antenna. You plug the antenna into the Smart Boost, which I'll talk about in a minute. You can use this, by the way, as an amplified or an unamplified antenna. So if you don't have power, it doesn't matter if your power, when your power goes out, as long as you have power to your television, like if you have a generator, you're still gonna be able to watch TV here.
Right.
That's not true with cable.
Yes.
That's not true with dish. So if there's an emergency, you've got to have a great antenna.
Huge point, Aaron.
Whether it's indoors or outdoors, this is the Power Boost dial. And I'm gonna talk about this more in a minute. In fact, Adam, is it okay if I kind of show everybody how to hook it up? Would that be all right?
That would be wonderful, and I'd really appreciate it, because Aaron, here's where they're telling me now we have a flood of folks wanting to order this, and I do want to stress, and perhaps I should have said this at the beginning, but with this being the second to last Monday night show ever, and with so much going on, when this is available in the market, this is $180. So the ANTOP team, because it's our second to last show ever, they agreed to slice the price to $129, and I was so grateful for that, because regular antennas are about $100. So this isn't a good buy, it's an awesome buy, and please don't feel obligated to keep it. If you're just curious, it's okay to be curious, it's okay to want to discover it. You've got a 30-day return policy, but let's not keep going on with $100, $200, $300 monthly bills on television without at least trying it. We've got to try it before we say, not for me. Because to get so much free stuff and not have to spend a penny on it is really compelling. With everybody placing orders, we're almost 50% completely sold out. It is the only scheduled presentation. Aaron, forgive me, you were going to show us how to install.
Yep. And then you have to do me a favor, because I'm going to forget. Remind me to talk about digital and about TV guides.
Okay.
You might need to type that into your iPad, because I know that I'm going to forget. All right, so this is the antenna. It can be used indoors. It looks great indoors. You just put it right next to your television. Or some people, like if you're in a more rural area, like you guys were asking on Facebook earlier, you might want to put it outdoors. It's UV coated. It is waterproof. So it's designed to be indoors or outdoors. It even has this like major mounting system on the back, so you can mount this right to a pole if you wanted to do that.
Right.
This is the 40-foot cable that we include. All right, so this cable runs from your antenna, and then you plug it into your Smart Pass. The Smart Pass lets you control the gain. And all you do, it's just a little dial. I mean, there's nothing to it. You dial it until your picture looks the best. The technology behind it is very complicated. The use of it is incredibly simple. So we screw this in. It's a coaxial cable. We include the cables. It's as easy as, like screwing in a water hose. That's kind of what it's like. But when I do it on television, I always make it look like the most difficult things in the world, because it's just kind of like Murphy's Law kind of thing. All right, this says TV, right? I am taking my coaxial cable, again included. This is a 5-foot coaxial cable. Watch, I'll make this look like it's building the Great Wall of China when it's really quite, okay, I did it pretty well today. It goes right into where it says TV. You understand that? This coaxial cable goes into your TV. You're done. Now, if you want to hook up another television, or you want to hook up an over-the-air receiver of any type, streamer, or an FM antenna or anything else, there's another coaxial cable area, and we even include another coaxial cable. So you can hook up a second device. You can watch 2 devices at once. One more thing I want to show you. These are called Vhf Rods, stands for very high frequency. The lower channels on the dial, so usually like, the 2 through 12 kind of things on the dial, you can screw these if for any reason you live really far out or whatever, and you're not getting quite the reception you want. This even includes the rods, and obviously this one will screw in here, this one will screw in here. You do not have to use these rods. You can use them if you need them. The point is they're available to you. We include every single thing you need to never spend a penny on watching television again.
What they wanted to do, and the team from ANTOP kind of gave me this guidance, and I thought it was really smart of them. They said, no matter where somebody lives in America, they want to make sure that you are armed with everything you need. So however weak the signal may be, where you might be in the middle of, for want of a better term, nowhere, but you know what I mean. They want to make sure that you've got the most power to bring in as much signal as possible. So 99% of people will never use the rods on the side, but if you live in a beautiful rural area, you might need them. You've got to try it. I think it's one of those changes that we're starting to make, and I think a lot of us, sometimes we're a bit slow to change, and I'm just one of the worst with that. But sometimes, enough is enough. I haven't won the lottery yet, and so when you start talking about $200 a month, or $100 a month, it's a lot of money. And if I don't have to pay that, why would I pay it? So that's why I don't want to be scared of change. In these final 4 minutes, before we wrap up the world launch, I'd love for you to do it, because we know the results. We know how it is a game changer. We know how much money it's saving. I promise you will want for nothing. Worst case scenario, you reduce the number of DVRs in your home. Worst case scenario, you reduce the TV package that you have in your home.
So you save $25 a month, maybe. Worst case.
Right, worst case.
In 4 months, 5 months, you're done.
You're talking, it pays for itself.
Yeah, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you. But I mean, and that is the worst case.
The worst case. Best case is that this saves you $2 grand a year, $3,000 a year. That's a vacation. If Curtisa was spending nearly $300 a month, well, I mean, we're looking at $3,500 a year there. This is free TV. No signing contracts, no promotion. It's free TV forever. Free TV forever. People ask about, will it work through plaster walls? It will. Does it need to be by a window? It doesn't necessarily. The nearer it is, the better, but it does not have to be. And of course, the biggest thing that you'll forget right now, but you'll remember when you see the box, is that you buy one and it works on 2 TVs. So the one in the living room works with it, and then you run the wire to the bedroom, that's gonna have free TV as well. I mean, Aaron, it checks off every single box.
And it's indoor, outdoor. Let's show you a video to remind you, whether you're in a rural space, whether you're right in the middle of the city, whether you're suburban, it doesn't matter how far you are. This has up to an 85-mile range. It is the #1, the best antenna from the #1 manufacturer in America. And here we go. It has an FM antenna, an amplifier, a 4G LTE filter. That filters out the cell phone signals, by the way, which is really great. And then you can plug it into the Smart Boost technology with the power adapter. You don't have to do that. If you don't want to power it, if you don't want to amplify it, you absolutely don't have to. So with or without power, this works, which means this is great in your RV. Yeah. This is great in your boat. This is great in your cabin, where you obviously don't want to spend, $100 a month on any sort of television service. Couple of things. And Adam, thank you for reminding me. What about a digital television? Yep. If you have a television that isn't a digital television, every TV in the past 10 years after 2009 is. If yours isn't, all you need to do is get a digital converter box. They usually cost about $15 or so. Okay. So I wanted to point that out, and then you'll be able to watch up to 4G if you have a 4G TV, 1080p, 720p, whatever high definition you have. The other thing is the guide. With a lot of the newer TVs, they're able to pull a guide automatically. You do a digital scan of your television stations and they'll pull a guide. If you don't have the ability to do that, there are so many places. TitanTV.com is the one that comes to mind, but just type in on Google, free TV channels in my area, and it will give you a listing every single day.
And Aaron, because the customer support is legendary from ANTOP, if I call them, will they be able to guide me through those questions?
I know we're giving you, this is so simple. If you call 1-844-FREE-TV0, the folks at ANTOP, I cannot encourage you enough. If you have any question, if you have any frustration, if you think, well, but I thought, or I don't know, or what would be the best, just call them. Yeah. This is what they do all day, every day. You install antennas one day in your life. They install them every day of their lives for, their whole careers. Do not hesitate. They're there to help you. They love it. That's where their joy comes from.
Aaron, just one quick thing. I saw that the Marauders is on. How much is it to watch that?
The Marauders is free, you see.
Free?
The Big Bang Theory, I know you like The Big Bang Theory.
Yes.
Yeah, that's on. And then later tonight, The Bachelor will be on that.
Wait, The Bachelor?
No, The Bachelor's free to watch later on. HSN, of course, is always free. Family Feud, you would be a good host of Family Feud. Family Feud is